drink down in this cup. That's the way you get Timberland up. Let the music diffuse all attention. Ball up.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against Portland. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And now Washington's starting group. All out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the center position. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And they're moving it up. Here's Morris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Curry with him. He's picked up by Wall. And it's Green with the jam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Now here's Thompson. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Here's Curry. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Good on the shot. That's 7 points for Barnes.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Releases.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Looking to end the run. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington. Here's Green. Barbosa kicks to Green. Second chance shot. Uses the glass to drop it in.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Here's Barbosa. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Washington, Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Allen Anderson comes in for Porter. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. shot's good by Iguodala.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
So it's the Warriors now after the basket by Washington. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Anderson. Got a piece of it. Here's Rush. Rebounded by Dudley. Wizards trail by 12. Nene kicks to Anderson. Spates with the block. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Maurice Spates. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Rush outside. From deep, Iguodala. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Kicks to Rush. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall through. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got Jared Dudley. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Alan Anderson. And it's Wall in the guard position. Porter's checked in for Jared Dudley.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Warriors leading by 11. Curry dishes to Green. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Curry can't get it to go. And Wall. Here we go now. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Ball's knocked loose. Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Barnes kicks to Curry. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Bogut the pass to Green. 6 to shoot. The feed to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Barnes dishes to Spates. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Now here's Green. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Wizards trail by 12. And Wall kicks to Anderson. Green with the block. Pass to Barnes. To the paint. And Green slams it in.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And he gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Sessions comes in for Anderson. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
The drive by Thompson. And Reynolds out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. Wall's shot is off.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And the Warriors with some changes. Iguodala comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington. Temple comes in for John Wall. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry kicks to Green. A three from Barnes. Rebounded by Temple.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that have been the biggest three-point threats since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Warriors.
I mean, they've gotten better shooting the ball as the season has gone on, and you like their trajectory. I mean, they're in a great offensive groove right now.
And he sinks the second. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Barbosa. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Kevin, here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. First in scoring. First in assists. And they're the third-ranked fast break team in the league. I mean, there's always that fear that they're going to run you off the court when you play them. You got to get back in transition against this team.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Temple.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Pass to Iguodala. Another shot. And yes, sir, that one drops. Iguodala's got 9 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Count the bucket.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Sessions with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Porter. Goes back up. The Warriors pull it in. 17 points was their biggest margin. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the override.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Warriors lead by 14. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all four quarters.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Curry outside.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Morris with the block. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. They've been
on John Wall. That is his first. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in. Wizards making a change here as well. Anderson, he's checked in for Porter. Rush the pass to Varejão. Gortat with the steal. And again, Washington running the court in transition.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
You know, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut for Varejão. And it's Stephen Curry in for Shaun Livingston. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed.
Making a change here. Dudley's checked in. Washington trailing. It's Wall with the drive.
Need to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And it's tied up with that one. Warriors have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Curry kicks to Green. Tries to snap the cold streak. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Bogut dishes to Green. Out to the right wing. The drive by Thompson. Good work defensively by Morris. Wizards have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. The three from Dudley. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Barnes for 3. No good. Wall with some nice defense. Dishes it to Bogut. There's the pass to Thompson. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Wall, that's good.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg, and I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
For Washington, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Leandro Barbosa is checked in for the Warriors.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got the lead up to 5 now for Washington.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Thompson with the bucket.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Here's Nene. And he goes strong with the... One-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high thing. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's the Wizards up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Taking a look at the Wizards. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Wall. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Temple in the 2 spot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the dunk by Barnes.
Hang time on that rim puts the whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And Morris throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Temple. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Andrew Bogut. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He was highly animated when he was talking to them, telling them this is going to be a huge win for us. When we close this out, it will go a long way towards showing the rest of the league what we're capable of.
Porter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Rebounded by Dudley. Dudley's got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Temple. No good. Good D by Thompson. Warriors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And turnovers have been the issue for them.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into them a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Dudley's shot is good.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And a change for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Jared Dudley. Oh, he wants that one from way outside. 7 points for Steph Curry.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Rush with it. Porter with the steal. Here's Temple. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Gortat with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I didn't really expect him to turn it over as many times as he has in the second half. It's caught me by surprise because before the break, he only had 1.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Anderson Varejão.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
They get it again. Morris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. 1 miss can make a big difference.
The Wizards working the ball around now. The dish to Porter. It's stolen by Green. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That is his first foul of the game. Knocks it loose. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Green passes to Bogut. On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Bogut. Thompson with the bucket.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
It's stolen by Morris. And now here comes Wall. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder. Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
And Gortat kicks to Morris. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Rush kicks to Thompson. Here's Bogut. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Shooting for Golden State.
That's the first. That puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw. No good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Temple. Tries again. Gortat misses.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
So we see the Warriors.